We got slick words and hot topics. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. We got slick words and hot topics. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. Catch our sports vibe. We out of pocket.
What's up, Fresh? What up, Nut? Let's welcome everyone to the show, Out of Pocket, where we speak about topics from today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Hey, we got a special guest. We got a special guest today.
I'm every day is a special guest. Hey, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm a special guest every day.
Oh, get the hell out of here. There ain't nothing special about you.
What'd you say, Fresh?
Ain't nothing special about Nut. Nothing.
None.
Sounds like a hater.
Anyway, we have a let me kind of give you a little background, and you can tell me who it is.
Who you got, Mo? Who you got?
A 9 all-time all-star player, first-time defensive NBA Defensive Player of the Year, two-time Olympian, a Hall of Famer. He's the biggest shit talker in the league.
Oh boy!
And he tried to guard me one-on-one. I scored a bucket on him.
You talking about the guy who I made this suit for the Hall of Fame? You talking about the guy made this suit for this induction in the Hall of Fame? My dog.
Oh, look who it is!
Is it the glove?
But the glove!
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to say he's my ex-husband. Hey, Gary.
Nobody care about that. Nobody care about that. You just kept that to yourself. GP, what up with it?
What's good with y'all?
Yeah, you know.
Y'all all right?
Yeah.
What's cracking?
Man, ain't nothing, man. How you been?
Man, you know me, man. I live one day at a time.
That's true,
One
man.
day at a time.
How's Oakland treating you?
You know what, man? Being back at the crib is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I got all my peoples around me. We just chilling. You know, yesterday my sister was 6th birthday. We had a nice party for her in Frisco, man. So it was cool. So
happy birthday, big sis.
And we need to say happy birthday to Mother. To your mom. Today is her birthday.
Today is my mom's birthday. She's been gone for a year now.
Yeah.
I just left there. I just left the cemetery, so it's kind of cool, man. You know, everything is working out, man. You know, like I said, I'm slow-mo right now.
So you what's up with that little quarantine weight I saw last couple of weeks ago?
Quarantine weight?
Yeah, like
I'm a nice size. Not you ain't seen that, man. I'm still size. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you talking about. Hey, a lot of women love me. You know
Big Daddy, they love Big Daddy.
Oh my God, here we go. A lot of women
drink to
love
that.
me.
Hey, and I'm gonna have some water to that. You know what I'm saying?
Good, you need to.
Red
you
cup.
need to.
And the red cup, you know, that red cup always have alcohol in it.
Yeah.
What alcohol are you drinking, sir?
Huh?
What you sipping on? You on that Tito's? What you drinking?
Right now, you know, I got a little water. I'm gonna get started in a minute. My Niners play.
Water.
They kind of terrible, but they play it a little bit. They don't.
I got Jimmy Garoppolo. Ain't that your quarterback? Y'all got the top quarterback.
Jimmy
No, we
G.
don't. Stop lying. We ain't never had a quarterback ever. They just messed up. They gave away a lot of money.
Ooh.
So Joe Montana wasn't a good quarterback?
He was the best quarterback of all time.
You said y'all ain't never had a quarterback. Steve Young wasn't a good quarterback?
Oh, you talking about? I thought you was talking about now.
Oh no. Y'all had Kaepernick.
No. Don't talk about our Super Bowls. We got Super Bowls.
Kaepernick with the Super Bowl.
49er gang.
Shut
Hey,
up.
you know it. Y'all know what's happening.
I can't say nothing about football.
You know what I'm saying?
Fan, so I can't talk. I apologize. I'm gonna stay out of it.
Hey,
your
let's
team, hey, Fred, your team is trash.
Oh my God, we did win. The Lions got a W today, though, baby. Go Lions.
Yeah, man. Y'all win every now and then when the playoff come, y'all suck.
Oh my God. Yeah. I can't even talk. It's all bad. Lions all bad.
Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Gary.
Yes.
Gary.
How many times you gonna see Gary?
When you say Monique.
Monique.
Oh, yeah. Gary?
Monique.
Okay.
Oh, ain't that cute? Ain't that damn cute? Oh,
That's terrible.
So when we text, that's the only thing I say is Gary. He'd be like, Monique. I'm like, then I get into my conversation, whether it be good or bad or indifferent. That's how we start.
Get into a conversation. Get into your conversation.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about you for those who don't know Gary Payton. And I'm sure you're going to say, everybody know me and they love me. Yeah, yappity yap.
Well, you know, sometimes I don't have to announce my name. I just show my face and they know what's happening. It just say the glove, and then all of a sudden it's all good. I really don't have to announce my name.
Just GP, GP.
No, just call me the glove.
The glove. Okay, the glove.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just talk about some things maybe some people don't know. But do you remember your first All-Star and how you felt about being your first time in an All-Star?
Yeah, I remember my first All-Star. It was in 1993. First getting into the All-Star, and then you going against the Karl Malones, the John Stocktons, the Jordans, the guys like that. The 90s was pretty almost probably, I think, was the best time of the NBA to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody would agree to that. Even younger kids now who play that PlayStation, they playing with the 90s teams. You know what I'm saying? So when I went there in 93, it was just a shock to me, and I was in a maze. So I was like, I've made it. You know what I'm saying? I've become one of these guys, and I've become one of the elite basketball players. And now all I was thinking about is how to show them that I can be that elite basketball player and play that way with them, and then stay there. You know, that's all I was just thinking about. I was really happy. I didn't want to show them the joy that I was going through, but I wanted them to respect me too. And once I went out there and I started playing and got back to basketball, and you know what happens after that. I make 8 or 9 of them in a row, and then I became a household name.
What that game was in? The first game?
Oh, that was in Utah. I made it in Utah.
And it took you 5 years
So
to get to the first NBA All-Star.
It took me 3 years to get to my first NBA All-Star. I got drafted in 1990 and I made it in 93. Well, she don't remember nothing. She was just at the house spending all my money.
That's a negative because I was at every last game except for the time.
Okay. Hold on. Let me ask you this.
No. I was at every game except for when I had given birth to Julian and to little Gary. So don't tell me I wasn't at home. I was not at home. I was on the front.
Congratulations. You understand. Okay, wait a second. So, G, let me ask you, G. So when you are at the All-Star game, right, your first one, and you're trying to hide all this amazement, all that kind of stuff, when you got on the court, were you trying to play basketball, or were you like, hey, this is an All-Star event, so if I throw a pass behind my back, this doesn't really matter? Or was it like, no, I'm trying to show them I can really hoop? What was your thought of being in that game?
Well, good question, Peanut. I was trying to show them that I was supposed to be there. You know, they were understanding because what I didn't really understand is in the first quarter or the first half, they would just play just to have fun and get the fans what they got. And then all of a sudden, I didn't understand because Michael Jordan was in the East and he never wanted to lose. So he started telling the East, this is it. This is our time. Third quarter, let's show them what's up. And then they start playing hard, and we were continue to play soft. And next thing you know, they up 20. So after that, we have got to understanding that we're going to play for the fans for the first half and then play for ourselves in the second half because, money was a big part of that too. Whoever win would get almost $50,000 and whoever lose would only get $25,000. So we were getting pay cuts and people were trying to get money at that time, and it's not like now in the NBA where you're getting a lot of money, you get a lot of things for everything you do. We were trying to make it, and the All-Star games was more of a benefit for us in our contracts. If you made the All-Star, if you did this in All-Star, you did that, you get a bonus. So we were really playing for our pride too, and a lot of people were playing for money and pride. And we would go at each other, and that's what we did. First half, it was fun. The second half, it was all serious.
Okay, let me jump in here right quick and ask my big brother a couple questions. Y'all talking, that's all cute. That was beautiful. First All-Star appearance. Let me ask you this. By you being the glove, how's it been post-career? What's some of the places you've been post-career? Like I know you work with NBA Cares and you work with, closely with the league. What's some of the places you visited and some of the things you've been doing?
Well, Fred, that's another great question, because I think I'm more popular now than I was when I was playing basketball. Basically, making the Hall of Fame was a big thing for me. That has solidified saying that I was one of the greatest basketball players to ever play. And that put a title on you, and a lot of people respect you for that. And so, as you guys know, I'm in a lot of things now. My cannabis business is going off the chain right now. I got one of the hottest strands in the United States. And that just put me to another level where I have just now begun my own cannabis company. I'm coming out with another line that's going to be out in 3 months. I've got a cannabis that's going to be open here in Oakland, California in another 4 months. And all of this stuff is coming because of these people are saying the glove, Gary Payton, the street guy, this, that, and that, because they know I'm nice to everybody. I can get along with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I can switch it up anytime I want to. I might not get along with Monique, but I might get along with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to do that. And Fred, doing with my tech company, the NBA TV, doing that, as you guys might understand now, we just announced that I'm interested in playing and becoming a coach. That has took off. That has taken off pretty much great. You know, a lot of teams have contacted me. Huh?
That was the time you're like, nah, I'm not trying to do that.
Well, I started looking at these kids now. When they went under the bubble, I started looking at how much help these guys need. I looked at the LA Clippers, and I seen something that really disturbed me. When a guy like Patrick Beverly, who was in the game, and people slack off of him and don't give him respect, and he doesn't shoot the basketball and he does nothing, and then it becomes a hurt thing for his team. That really got me upset, because if I was with that kid, I would have been telling him, look, shoot the ball. I don't care what it is. When I came out of college, everybody said I couldn't shoot. So I made it in my mind to say, I don't care about what people say. My job is to get productive with everything I do. And if I put that ball in that circle, in that little orange hoop, it doesn't matter. And that's what I started doing. And then all of a sudden my confidence came up here. And then everything I did was a positive. So I just want to now understand these kids, because they need a lot of guidance, because they're young, they're 18, they're 17, and they don't have it all here, because they don't have nobody they respect and they want to be a mentor to. So I decided
Are you looking to be a head coach or just an assistant, or?
You have to start somewhere. And with my status and stuff like that, I'm not going to try to come in here and become a head coach right now. I have to learn the game. Okay. I have to do that. Eventually, I want to be running a basketball team where I can make decisions on who I can draft, who I can bring into a situation where if the blame comes upon me, that nobody can fire me, I'll fire myself. And then I say, I put this together, I put these pieces here, and that's what I want to do. And that's where I'm trying to go.
Can I get on that payroll though?
Yeah, you could be a ball girl, just walking around, throwing the balls around and retrieving to people.
Ball girl?
Hey, let me
ask you a question, G. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So, being that you played in the 90s where you had a dominant career, became a Hall of Famer in the 90s, do you think the kids now will listen to somebody like you? What makes you think that they will listen to somebody who they possibly weren't even born when you was, doing your thing?
But that's just where we have to get into as a respect thing. You got to learn about kids. Some of these young kids might not, but they're going to have to respect me if I go at them in a different way. I'm not going to baby them. I'm going to ask them anything. I'm going to be like, if you don't want to listen, then don't listen. Because whatever this guy over here, this kid over here listens, and you see how good he gets and better than you and take your job, then that's going to be your problem. And I think some of these kids do know who you are at times. The ones who don't know who you are, Peanut, that means they're not basketball fans. That means they're not basketball junkies. They're not basketball. They don't want to get into basketball, and that's a problem. If you don't learn about basketball and learn about your history, then you doing a disgrace to the game. all you there is to play basketball and get money. And then I don't have to relate to none of them. But I got, in my mind, a lot of these kids know who I am. They know what I'm about. They've heard about me. They'll be okay. And plus, my son is in the league. So, he tells them and he knows who his daddy is. And they know the respect that they got to give if I'm there.
Fred, what do you want to ask Gary something?
Yeah, G, when you first got drafted and got that first check, what was the first thing you bought? 2, what was the first vacation you took?
Well, Fred, the first thing I bought was a Benz. I bought a white 2-seater Benz, one of the first 500 SLs. That was the first thing when I got a check. My first real true vacation. I don't know. Where did we go, Mo?
Bahamas, Jamaica.
Yeah, I think it was the Bahamas. I think we went to the Bahamas and we stayed at that place at a hotel or whatever. We had
Paradise,
the Paradise. We did that. We got a suite there. It was pretty nice. And then all of a sudden we started going everywhere. But I really do think that the honeymoon was really pretty good. Where we went, it was really nice.
Right. Okay. That's what's up.
One more question. Nobody care about that honeymoon.
Hey, I want to ask you something.
Let me just tell. Wait, Fresh. Let me just tell the story of the honeymoon. So we have went to Martinique and Barbados. And so we drove in on this road. And I'm like, gee, what we gonna do tonight? He's like, did you see the shit we rode in on? There was nothing in it. It's like isolated, nothing. We get to the hotel, there's no TV. He's a TV junkie. He watches cartoons. That's all he does. We had to rent a TV. We had to call them to bring a TV in because it was so secluded. So this one time we go outside. I'm a water freak. So I get on and try to water ski. I couldn't stand up. My ass was in the water as the boat was going. The water was
probably just need to be washed.
I could not get up. I got up, ran to the bathroom. This fool come videotaping me while the water is just gushing. I was like, dude, you need to get up out of here. He's like, that's what your ass get. You shouldn't have tried to get up there and try to water ski in the first place. But we were supposed to be there for a whole week. That night, he was like, you ready to go home? I'm like, yep, let's go. Because the kids was home, I was missing the kids. But it was a good time.
That's what's up. Hey, G, what was one of your favorite arenas to play in, as far as you had some of your best games? Was it at the Key Arena?
Now, Key Arena was always the best way. That's the home court. But when there's away, I think Houston was my best arena to go to. I had great games in Houston all the time. Every time I played in Houston, I gave numbers in Houston. I never struggled in Houston, and we dominated Houston while I was in pro. So I think Houston would be one of my best.
Who was the big question that I have? So the big question I have is and we've talked a few times about it. Why is it that you won't let Oklahoma City retire your jersey since they left from Seattle to go to Oklahoma City? What is the real reason?
Peanut, the reason is I asked all three of y'all, did I ever play in Oklahoma City?
No.
So why should I let them get the benefit, the fans get the benefit of seeing my jersey in their thing?
Here's the thing. Me being a fan, just the fact that I understand you didn't play in Oklahoma City, but that's where the team left. I still wanted to see, my third favorite player of all time, first being Magic, second being myself, and third being you. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see your jersey retired because, you my partner. So it's you've been in the Hall of Fame, you've been an All-Star, you're one of the greatest ever. You're the only point guard to ever win Defensive Player of the Year. You have, as you say, I got 20,000 points and all that, that you talk. But it's
21,000. 21.
Get it right.
Yeah, whatever. So with that, I would like to see your jersey retired because I think that's the icing on the cake for you. So you will never let Oklahoma City do that.
I love you for saying that, but that's just not the way my heart feels. My heart is not into that. So that will never happen until the team goes back to Seattle. I really don't.
Think that'll ever happen?
Huh?
You think that ever
I hope
happens?
so. I hope so, and I hope soon. And I know a lot of people want to see my jersey retired. Like, I want to see Sean Kemp's jersey retired. I want to see Detlef Shrimp's jersey retired. But we have got together and said that is not fair to Seattle.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not gonna change my mind. It's not gonna happen.
Are they asking you guys to retire your jersey in Oklahoma?
Huh?
Have they asked you, like,
yes.
can we retire
they
you
asked
guys?
me several times until I start saying now that it'll never happen. So it's gone now. So it's not really. I'm really not worried about that. Everybody knows in life that my jersey should be retired already, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a thing where it's a jersey on top of a building, but I want it in the right building. God will help me out with that. He will make it happen. I think I'm fine with that. I know everybody wants to see it, but I'm just saying it's just not in my heart to put it in Oklahoma City.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So on top of the Seattle women winning the championship, right? So let's say they said, hey, we respect the fact that you played here in Glove, because they still play in Key Arena. If they said, we want to retire your jersey on the behalf of what the WNBA believes, the NBA believes, on the part of you being a part of basketball history, if they said, hey, can we retire your jersey, would you be okay with that to do it in Key Arena? Or does it need to be just an all NBA situation?
No, it's not. It doesn't have to be an all NBA situation. It can be just in Seattle. The Storm is a part of the Seattle culture. They've won several championships now, and if they do it, it's just almost like saying what Pat Riley did with Michael Jordan in Miami. He retired his jersey just because. Now, if that is the case, even if the Seahawks say, let me put your jersey up with the 12th man, I would say okay, because that is Seattle, and that's giving them fans opportunity to see me do that, because all of them know, because our team has got taken from us, that is the cause of what's going on. And that's what I just, if it happens like that, I'll be more than happy to do that.
Hey, Gary, how do you feel about the assists being recorded today, in today's times, compared to assists being recorded when you used to play?
I think it's bogus, because nowadays everybody wants to get triple doubles. They want to do that. I have never seen this happen in my life, where you give a person a ball, he dribbles 3 times and pulls up and make a jump shot. He created I didn't create him to get an assist.
Right.
He created it on his own, but just because that person has passed it to it and who they are, they get the assist. And that's just bogus to me. It's just like these little guards now are getting all these triple doubles. I don't get how a guard, because it was so hard for myself to get a rebound. And with me, when I get 10, 11 rebounds, that'll take me another 5 to 15, 16 games to do it again. But now you've got guards who are getting 16 rebounds. It comes right back and get 20, because all of these big men are just saying, here, get the ball. We know what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. It is what the game is about now. That's what it's about. That's how the era has changed. This is what they want to do. Then we have to realize that we have to, go with it.
Hey, G, let me ask you, who do you think, what team and what players you think the bubble affected positively the most and negatively the most being in the bubble?
I think the most positive team that it affected was the Phoenix Suns. I think the Phoenix Suns, which I would have loved to see get in the playoffs, and they would have started a little habit. They were pretty good, and I hate that they didn't make it, and that was just, it was just, to me, it was crazy, because that team it was undefeated in that thing, and they didn't have a chance to get into the playoffs, and they were probably a better opponent to me, to the Lakers, than Portland was, because Portland got hurt and the thing didn't match up really well.
Right.
The team that I thought was a negative with that, Los Angeles Clippers. I think that they didn't excel to what they wanted to excel, because of the simple fact is they were about to start stoppage. Doc Rivers begged them to come back, and I didn't think their heart was there. I just think they wasn't there. They didn't play the way, and that's why Doc stepped away, and everything is new now. And a lot of teams got new coaches. I hate that my boy and like big brother to me, Nathan Miller, got fired of the job he did where he was at Indiana. That was just crazy. And this year has been really crazy for a lot of people. And it's just going on and on and on. And I'm just wishing that this next 2 months end and we start another chapter in 2021.
Okay, appreciate that. So
let me ask you this. 2 questions. The first one is, give me your starting 5 all time, only from Oakland though. From y'all little, tree in Oakland, y'all group, y'all people, y'all squad. You can only pick people that are from Oakland. Who are your starting 5?
I'm gonna have to go with me and Jay Kidd starting at the guards. I have to pick big fella Bill Russell to put in the middle. Then I would have to say Antonio Davis as a power forward, and then a lot of people have Cliff Robinson. Cliff Robinson, who was in the NBA and it was really good. It was great.
You got your 5. Who's your 6th man?
Brian Shaw. I think Brian Shaw would be probably my 6th man, and then I would have to go with Isaiah Ryder, Ryder.
You gonna leave Dallo?
Huh?
You gonna
Dame
leave
Dame is a young guy right now. So we're talking about old school guys. But if you want to, as a kid, and he's coming up in the next near future when he gets 10 to 15 years in the league, yeah, we're gonna have to put him up in there. It's gonna have to be probably me, him, and Jay Kidd starting. That's a small lineup, and then Bill Russell, and then we can give it whoever next. I would probably still give it to Cliff Robinson, because Cliff Robinson was a great basketball player. What people don't understand, in his day when he was in the NBA, he was really good.
Yeah. Okay, so who's your starting 5 all time?
Ned, I don't really like to do that because it's really saying who's the GOAT and who's not. But you would have to always go. I would have to always go with Magic Johnson, Kareem, Wilt, Jordan, and then I would always come with Larry Bird. I think them 5 is probably my top 5 players. I wouldn't put them as 1 to 5, but I think they were the greatest basketball players to ever play. And then Bill Russell is right outside of that at number 6. You know what I'm saying? So to me, them 5 solidified basketball to me. They were great. Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem, it would be a toss-up for them to see, but I think Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest. I just can't let people understand.
Iceman.
George Gervin, that's my pops. So, you know what I'm saying? That's like my second dad. He was really, really good. Really, really good. You know what I'm saying? And I idolized him as long as I was coming up. So, but he's right there in that category, the top 20.
Tell the people that something about you that they don't know.
Besides, I'll be whooping you in bowling.
That's a lie.
That jump shot in your eye. Fire!
Hey, look here.
Fire!
Y'all all my family, right? And I let all y'all feel good about doing something against me because it is good. It's great.
No, you was trying to guard in the backyard. He's with a bat, pull up, Jay fadeaway, Payton.
If everybody really want to know about that, he only films when he makes a shot at about the 50 that I had. I don't know what happened to that.
Hey,
every time I was
I don't know what you're talking about. It was one video, and I hit a shot, Payton, right in your eye.
Listen, you know what?
Hey, G, what's the best game you ever played, or the most memorable game you ever had? But I know there's so many, and probably you can't pick one. But what was the best game you ever had?
Backyard 101 versus watch on a jump shot in his eye.
It's hard, but I would have to say when I went 14 for 14 and didn't miss a shot in the game. That's a remember. I was in Cleveland. I was in Cleveland against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I didn't miss one shot, and I set a record for doing that. 14 for 14. It went perfect. Free throws, everything, all of that. So I think that was probably the best game I ever had. I had a lot of them. I had a lot of memories. But to not miss a shot in the game and be perfect for 1,000%, is something that people probably won't never do ever in their life.
What's your most emotional accolade?
Hold on, Mo. When you just hitting shots, did you get in that zone like anything you threw up you were gonna make, or was it just like you was hitting shots?
I was hitting shots. I wasn't even really thinking about it at first. And then all of a sudden they started talking about, gee, you know you 10 for 10, right? Go to the bucket. Don't shoot jump shots. But that wasn't a part of my game. My part of my game was to win. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really worried about that. And then it happened. You know, I hit a jump shot, I hit a floater, I hit this and I hit that. So it was just a game where I just played. I just played.
Got it. Go ahead, Mo.
I was saying, what was your most emotional accolade? Like,
as I think about it, and I'm choking up now.
Wow.
Because my mom and my dad was at my Hall of Fame, and both of them are dead now, and they passed. So that is something I think that when I was doing a speech, I really showed everybody who I really was, you know. So it was one of the things where that was probably the best, because a lot of things, you guys were there, kids were there, everybody was there, and I just let a lot of things out. And that was the last thing that my parents ever got to see me do that was really accomplished and real big.
Right. Dang, crybaby.
Well, G, you already know, man, like, by far you were always, my favorite player of all the time. Man, you're a Hall of Famer off the court and on the court, especially just in my life with helping me, trying to transition through this NBA basketball situation. Always teaching me, to stay true to myself. Like, I think that's awesome, especially for the people not to know, man. And, you always be a Hall of Famer to me. I still think that probably should
yada. Come on, man. Come on.
Right.
Here they go.
Just call him and talk to him. You ain't got to talk and be all up his butt.
You want some peas with that wine, dog? What's happening?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You talk hella much, man.
Hey,
Shut up.
So says the person has a Laker jacket on. They never played a day in their life for the Lakers.
You see me though? You see me? Somebody got to see me.
Oh my God! You know what? That allows me to change my hat. Because if you wearing that, I'm just gonna change my hat.
There you go. The Beavers.
Gee, let me ask you this. No, I don't want to ask. This is not a question. I just want to say how much you mean to me. And
Make it short. Make it short, Fresh.
Well, make it long story short, just go to Springfield, Massachusetts, the Hall of Fame, and see whose suit he wearing. Talk about
right.
Hey, G, let me tell you something about Fred. Fred will promote anything that has to do with him.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that.
Hey, black business matter, Mo. Don't be a hater, nut.
Right. Fred had my boys looking real tight.
Behind the ears, boy.
Yeah, Fred had my boys looking real tight in the Italian style suited and
ears.
Well, let me tell all y'all something, man. This is great that y'all starting this podcast, and I hope y'all be successful with it. Which all three of y'all is a big part of my life, and will be for the rest of my life, until I'm not here on this earth anymore. And for you guys to be doing this is great. I just hope that y'all.
You gonna come back on, right? Anytime,
y'all just let me know. I'll pop up, you know what I'm saying? We'll do whatever, once this quarantine over. I hope you guys get in the studio and get stuff cracking where y'all can have people come in. But this is really great, man. And I just want to touch on one of y'all. Fred, you've been great for me, man. Never get my clothes made by nobody else but you. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. And that, you're like a little brother to me. I hope that you make it in this thing, and if I come up and become somebody, you'll work for me. So it'll be all good. And, Mo, you the baby mamas and all that stuff. So
baby mama. Baby mama, what the hell?
The baby mamas, the baby mama.
Hey, look, let me just say this. I'm gonna say something, G, and you got to come back at it, right? Because we go back like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, sure, Bonnie Clyde.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Batman and Robin.
Right.
Yeah.
How about Dumb and Dumber?
This nigga said Dumb and Dumber. That motherfucker crazy. That motherfucker right there retarded. He said Dumb and Dumber.
Peanut.
I didn't say that. Fred said that.
You're dumb. You're the dumbest.
Fred's dumb.
So, hey, we just want to thank GP, the glove, coming on Out of Pocket. We appreciate your time. What you eating? See, that belly. That's that quarantine belly eating them damn sandwiches. Look, that's a damn shame. Anyway, so like I said, we appreciate your time, big fella. And I mean that literally.
You know what? It's all good. Hey, Nut, where you at?
I'm in Orlando, but I'm finna shoot to Vegas at the first of the month. You know, I won this award. I don't know if you know.
Let me see what you want.
Yeah, let me get to the page. You know where I'm at. You see it? You see it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in there. You know, they got me on this little, you know, Vegas magazine, the Real Vegas magazine. You know, they said that I'm pretty influential. So, you know, but I'll be back home. I'm gonna go probably do this little camp early November. So, you know, you're more than welcome to show up. You know what I mean? Appreciate it.
It's all good. Just let me know. Just let me know.
I will.
I'll see y'all soon. Fred, I'll see you soon. I gotta be in Detroit for a cannabis thing, so I'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I'll see you, y'all. I gotta be back for some other stuff, so it's all good.
All right, G.
We appreciate you, G.
Peace, you man. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, always, brother.
All right.
All right, man. We'll catch you.
So, hey, that was nice. You know, that choked me up when he said he got choked up. That really effed me up big. Like, I held back.
If you don't know the glove, that's not him. Like,
Man, I can remember one time I saw him cry. Well, his mom's funeral, his dad, you know, but he only cried one time when I left his ass, and he begged for me to come back. That's when he was really.
Oh my God! Please don't even listen. I can't believe you. Anyway, that's a lie.
But, with all that being said, we want to thank everyone for showing up, hanging out with us, and Gary Payton. We appreciate his presence. I need for you guys to come check us out on Twitter, on our YouTube channel, and Instagram at Outta Pocket Show. I'm Mo.
I'm Fresh.
And I'm Peanut.
And we want to say,
all of y'all's out of pocket. I'm out of here, you skeezers. I got things to do.
I'm out.
We out.
Next time.
Catch a sports vibe. Catch a sports vibe. We out of pocket.